handle the truth.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Saturday Night Cell Block. How's everybody doing on this cold ass night? I tell you, man, it's cold. It's too cold for me. But first and foremost, let me give many blessings to the loved ones out there, friends and family. I pray that you guys are safe, sound, well fed, and for those that are out there seeking warmth tonight, I pray that you find it. And I pray that you guys find a safe place to lay your head tonight. Before we get into tonight's show, I got a powerful show and a powerful guest on tonight. I do want to give a shout out to something new that we got going on, and I want you to tune in to the end of the show to find out exactly what that is. If you was seen on the preview, you might have saw Operation Start Fresh. I will explain what that is, but more importantly, I have a guest that I need to bring on and give introductions to, and he's got quite a story. So the name of my guest is Chris, and I met Chris about a week or so ago as I was out Ubering, and I picked this gentleman up and gave him a ride to the airport, and he had a moving story on the way to the airport. Him and I shared each other's story, as I do with many of the people that I Uber. I like to get to know who they are, and Chris was catching a flight up to Michigan and was on his way to bring about awareness to his situation and many other situations. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring Mr. Chris in. Chris, how you doing, partner?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Just trying to do what we can do. So give my listeners a brief rundown of who you are and what's going on, partner.
All right. So my name's Chris. I'm originally from North Carolina, but I went to Tampa in 2006, and I've been homeless off and on. When I was 13, my mom went to prison because the guy that she was addicted to heroin and crack, and the guy that she was with, that she left my real father for, he's the one that turned her on to the heroin and crack, and it just went down. Like, he was very abusive while I was living there, and from the time I was like 13 from 10 to 13, and then at that point, that's whenever I had moved back to my real father's, because of the abuse. I had stood up to him, and I just told my mom when she came home one day from work that I wanted to go back to my real dad's. So I went back and I lived with him, and then a couple years later, maybe 2 years later, my sisters came, and they revealed that my stepfather had been sexually molesting them. So whenever that came out, my father took them to the authorities to report it, and whenever they reported it, they were said that they were scared because they were really young, and they didn't clarify that my mom wasn't present at the time while the sexual abuse was happening. So she ended up getting charged as like the same thing that he got charged with, first degree sex offense with a child. And only thing is she got a extra charge of incest because they were family members. So she took it to jury trial. It was in 2 different counties because they were moving around in motels and stuff like that at the time. So in one county, she was found not guilty, and in the other county, she was found guilty, and she was sentenced to 420 months to 513 months. And she's been in there since 96. But she wasn't present at the time of this sexual molestation. She was out prostituting or doing whatever to get the money to support their drug habit. And he was at the room or whatever babysitting my sisters. And my sister Tammy has passed away as of August the 20th of 2021. And she was the main victim in the case. And my younger sister is still alive, but they both recanted their testimony They put my 8-year-old sister on the stand to testify against my mom when she was 8. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the story of my mom and how she ended up. She's been in prison 26 years.
And she's in North Carolina?
Yeah, in Anson Correctional Institute for Women.
And her case is being looked at by the Innocence Project.
Correct.
So, first and foremost, partner, I'm sorry that you've been living with all of this, you know. And this is what a lot of my channel is, and to bring awareness to these situations so that people can understand, you know, why we are the way that we are, you know, and the trauma that we're dealing with. So, like how has that affected you? You know, you said 13 years old. What happened after all of this?
Well, when I went to my dad's, like, he wasn't, he hadn't seen my mom left my dad in 92, so I was 10 years old at the time when they split up. So when I went back, I had been gone for 3 years, and he lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. So he couldn't, and he wasn't able to really financially take care of me. And then when my sisters came, he definitely couldn't. So it resulted in me having to quit school to go to work. It resulted in me getting into the streets and selling drugs myself and joining a street gang. And then I left North Carolina ultimately to get away from that lifestyle and change. That's how I ended up in Florida originally. And I've been homeless off and on my whole life, pretty much due to that. I mean, I've been on and off the streets. Like, I'm right back on the streets now because of going to see my daughter who lives in Florida. So, you know,
Yeah, that was a story that you shared with me, that you had the opportunity to come down here and stay with your daughter, and to you, like you
for the
like you said, you know, you sleeping outside and all of that was irrelevant when it came to seeing your daughter.
right. It's more important for me, in my opinion, to spend time and make memories with my daughter, and for her to know that I love her is more important than anything, because I feel like we're not promised tomorrow or next year, or so time is of the essence. And
Yeah, yeah. So moving in and out, going in and out, like, did anybody ever see you? Did anybody ever pay attention? Did anybody ever try to get you help, or show you how to survive, or anything? You've just been winging it.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's been times I've been married and, I've been divorced and I've done good. And then there's always like something that happens, like that. Mostly it's revolving having to leave where I'm at, where I'm doing good at, to go back to where my daughter's at, you know, like I end up missing her, or, I have to start over again, or a relationship goes wrong because of my trauma. Like, I guess I have a bunch of abandonment issues and stuff like that. So,
Oh, I'm sure you got a lot of issues dealing with trust, you know, things of that nature. So, what would it take for you to be able to get your daughter back? If you were able to get into a secure location, have a job, things of that nature, would you be able to get your daughter back?
I mean, me and my daughter's mother have a very good co-parenting relationship. She's, she has her own relationship, and she's very like she works with me a lot, like my visitation, and like me have been able to spend time with my daughter as long as I have a place to live.
So
That's the main.
she don't slander you or anything to your daughter or anything like that. No,
Oh, no, no.
that's good, man. That's good. And how does your daughter look at you? I mean, does she know your situation, or she just?
Yeah, my daughter loves me. As a matter of fact, when I was down there for Christmas, I was on the streets. Her Christmas present to me was a knife. She said, "Daddy, you're on the street." She said, "You need something for protection."
Hmm.
So she gave me a knife for Christmas. But yeah,
Yeah, she probably worries about you, man.
she's 10 years old. She's seen me on the streets a lot during her life, but she knows that her daddy loves her.
That's got to be a lot for her to deal with as well, and probably for her mom to try to explain, because I'm sure there's questions. I'm sure there's
Oh yeah.
questions. So, what is it that you're doing now? What is your goal now? What's your plan, Chris?
I mean, I want to do a walk, honestly. Like it ain't that I want to do it. I feel like I'm led to do it because of like the stuff that I've seen, especially this last time I've been on the streets in Tampa. Like I've been on the streets, like I said, off and on numerous times in Tampa since 2006. And this time it was the worst that I've experienced out there. Like as far as like no resources for showers, no food, like unless you can make it to the Trinity Cafe, you're not really eating. And I mean, on the weekends, there's a couple of churches like Thorn Ministries and stuff like that that, they feed, but not everybody has access to get across town to get to those places. And I mean, I want to walk and raise money and raise awareness to homelessness. And I want to ultimately open up my own shelter facility with like a tent city and that's completely um, funded by the people, no government, you know, no grants or nothing, just the people to donate and run and volunteer and stuff like that to run the shelter. And I want to do like medical clinic, dental clinic, a pet clinic, all that stuff. But I think I can walk around the country in a year and a half. I walked from West Palm Beach to West Virginia in 2014 to raise awareness for homelessness. It was called Walk for Humanity. I still have my Facebook page, but I changed the name from Walk for Humanity to Houselessness Isn't a Crime. But
Yeah, amen. And for those that are listening, you can follow Chris on Facebook. I told Chris that he can post to my timeline things that he's got going on as well. Chris, what's your Cash App?
it is G Money 82813,
G Money
and
eight two eight one three.
it's all lowercase, like the G Money.
Okay. And so as far as tonight, you were telling me before we came on, you're at a friend's house. He's letting you stay there just to get warm, charge your phone, things of that nature. But when they go to sleep, you got to
Yeah, I gotta go.
and so where do you go?
Usually downtown, um, somewhere, find somewhere I can sleep by a building or something. I got a blanket and about 4 hoodies that I'm wearing and these gloves. I'm actually currently outside now.
And you're up there in Grand Rapids, Michigan, right?
Big Rapids is about 45 minutes north of Grand Rapids.
Big Rapids. And what's the temperature outside?
When I walked out here, it was 19.
19 degrees. Mm. Well, I'll pray for you tonight, man, and I mean, what can I say? What can I say? I pray for you, and I pray that things will get better, and I'll do whatever I can to bring awareness to your situation, and maybe we can find a spot down here for you with Coming Home Coalition, and because the homelessness down here in Tampa is getting very bad. We're getting ready to have an event, which I'm going to announce here shortly what this event is, and just start bringing awareness to the homelessness in this area, and things to do. And we definitely have a fit for you down here to implement programs, because what this whole thing is about is living experience. I want individuals with living experience in each category, because who else knows better about homelessness than somebody who's been in the street for the length of time that you have. So you have a lot of potential. I mean, you're smart, you're articulate, you definitely have a heart of gold from what I've seen. You just never had a fair shake. You've never had a fair shake to where you could put your feet solid in one position and knuckle down and start a life. How old are you now again?
I'm 40.
40 years old. A lot like me, partner. You know, I'm 47, and I've never really had a stable enough life to where I could put my feet in and start accumulating things, and that's what I'm trying to do now. So, I feel your pain, partner. I'm with you, and I
Yeah, it's
understand.
like my father passed away December the 24th, Christmas Eve of 2020, and then my sister died August 20th of 2021. And I got my dad's car when he passed away, but the struts and the somebody stole my catalytic converter, so I can't even get my vehicle fixed to get it on the road. You know what I mean? To to at least have that to sleep in, or
Where's
get a
that at?
job, or it's here where I'm at. It's sitting in the yard.
So, how much would it take to fix that up?
I'm not even sure how much the struts and exhaust would be.
For what kind of vehicle?
It's a 2003 Mustang.
2003 Mustang. Okay. Well, you guys, again, let me let me put your Cash App up on the screen. What's the Cash App again?
It's G Money 82813.
Find out how much it costs to get his car fixed, things of that nature. You can contact him, keep up with him on Facebook through Messenger, and
And out there, my little sister, she's homeless too in Michigan up here. She's in Muskegon though. She sleeps in her car.
how much is a room go for up there tonight?
I'm not sure. Probably maybe around 80 something, maybe.
$80
Guessing.
for a room. Big Rapids, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wish you luck, partner. Like I say, you'll be in my prayers tonight, and hopefully something comes through. We can get something going for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man.
Bless me.
And just stay up with me, and we'll keep in touch, partner. All right.
Yes, sir.
God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you for your work.
All right. Thank you for what you do, partner. Yeah. So if you guys can do something, just hit them up, and let's at least try to get the man a good room tonight. Maybe see about getting his car fixed. We can't do anything without a vehicle these days. So at least he will have a place in there to sleep, out of the elements, things of that nature. But okay, so what y'all been waiting on? The announcement time. So Project Start Fresh. What Project Start Fresh will do is raise quarterly raffles. And within these raffles, we will be picking individuals like Chris who just need a helping start. So we figure instead of doing mass handouts, mass donations to homeless to feed them and things of that nature, yes, we do that as well. But we will take one particular individual that has had just a rough start, rough life, whatever you call it. But these will be individuals that do want to change their life. They just need a fresh start. They just need a kickstart. So, um, what Fresh Start is a project that is designed to assist the homeless with their journeys to self-sufficiency. Our goal is to take our candidates on a path to self-sufficiency. Our first candidate has started his path but still needs help. We are raising funds to help him find a place so he can get his children back and he can get off the street. You can go to our website to see his story. So what I have here is the website. This is what it looks like when you go to Project Start Fresh. You'll go to www.cominghomecoalition.com and you will click on Project Start Fresh. It will take you here. And you can read all about what we have going on. So our first value pack is yes, Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay Rays baseball tickets for 2, valued at $112 for the package, and it is to one of the regular season home games. You would click here to enter. It will take you to the screen here, and you choose your 1 or 2 tickets. And that is all. You will get an email from that point, and you will download your electronic ticket, and then we will have the raffle drawing March 25th, live on show. So please go, and donations are not required. It is free to play. Entries are free, but we do ask that you donate whatever you can. I think we set it for $1 donation per ticket, but it is free. Entry is free. You do not have to donate, but we do ask because, again, this is for Eddie, raising awareness, raising money to try to help Eddie get back on the street, off the street, not on the street. But that is that. Tampa Bay Rays tickets. So each quarter we would be giving away packages. I mean, some of these packages are valued at $800. So we'll have a lot of great things. As for the Tampa Bay Rays tickets, you do not have to be in Tampa Bay. You can send the tickets. You could do whatever you want with the tickets if you do win. Again, it is all for raising money to help the individual Eddie. You can read his story and see who that is on www.cominghomecoalition. And that's really all I got for tonight, guys. You know, I really wanted to bring awareness to Chris and what he's got going on. And if anybody can help, again, he's up in the Big Rapids, Michigan area. If anybody has any idea, organizations, anything that can help Chris get out of the cold tonight, things of that nature. So please look out there. Until then, we'll see you Tuesday night for Black vs. White. I do not know the status of that show. It's still in pilot, so maybe not. But we will definitely be back Thursday night for Thursday Night Get Right with Demetrius Knuckleseel. My co-host passed out on me. This guy. But man, let me tell you, if you follow him on Facebook, you know that Demetrius does a lot of things, feeds a lot of people, helps a lot of people. This man is constantly moving, so I forgive him. But we will be back Thursday night. Until then, you guys stay safe, stay sound, stay blessed, stay humble, love your neighbor, stop judging people, judge only who's in front of you for what that person is, not anything else. Let's be kind. 2023 is about uniting our neighborhoods, coming together, and that is all. Peace. Thomas Freemy loves y'all.